Hello, welcome back once again. Today too is another day, and this is the feed video on the attendance management system under the school database management system. In the previous video, we created our tables, our queries, and we started with our forms. This video, we are going to work more on the attendance forms. I told you that we are going to create 3 forms for the attendance. We created the first form, and today we are going to add code to it. I'll go to the design view of the attendance form that we created. This is it. Now, I want to make some adjustment before we even start adding the coding. I'll come to the date. I'll select the date text box. Then I come to format. So the format will make it short date. Make it short date. Then I come to data tab. Then we come to the default value. We want the default value to be date so that we wouldn't be entering the date. Good. So now let's see. Yes, you see now the date is now showing. I'll select it, the alignment. Let's make it left align, or you can make it in the middle. Don't worry. The controls here to the first name, when you select it, you see that the name is what? Text 10. We don't want that one. We have to give it a proper name. And we have to set the control source to, since the record source of this form is the query that we created, that is QRL active students, we have to make sure we set the control source of the first name to the first name. So I'll come here, then I use the drop down, select first name. I'm just going to copy, rename the text box to the same name, first name. Then I come to the last name, come to data, I'll use the drop down last name, I'll copy the name, come to other, then the name, I'll paste it. Then I come to gender. The gender, let's come to data, then here you select gender here. Then I'll copy and I'll paste here. Yes, as for the note, let me give it a name. Give it txt notes. So now let's see. Alright, so now I can see that when I reference it to the query that we created, see that now the name is showing. Since the first name, last name, gender, users are not allowed to tamper with it, we are going to lock it, leaving the text box only. I'll come to the design view, I'll select the thread, come to data. So here enable no, then lock yes. But when we open the form, see that the focus is on the note. We don't want it that way. If you want it this way, you can leave it. But I don't want the focus to be on the note. In that case, we want to hide the focus. So I'll right click, go to the design view. I'll add a text box. Click on the text box. Control, then I click to not to prevent or not to add the label. Now I'll come to format with a newly added text box selected. I'll come to format, then when I come to the width, I'll select 0, height 0, top 0, left 0. I come to the tab order. I'll just click on O2, click on OK. So now let's see. Yes, now the focus is automatically set to the newly text box I created. And this one, I like it this way. Yes. So now that we are done with it, the class is showing. As for the term, since we've not added any term, it is not showing. We are now to start with our coding. Let's go to the design view. Then I'll come to event. Here, I'll come to just unload. Click on the 3 dots here. We will clear everything here and start from scratch. I'll clear this one. Then I add option explicit. We can only do anything once the class and the term was selected. And this is what the code we are going to add to control that one. So this one I'm going to say private sub, then we are going to once you select a class, only students belonging to that class should show. So refresh student. Refresh student list. On error, go to error handler. If it's null, main.cbo class or is null main.cbo term, then at the is now, let me do the correction. All right, so then exit sub and if them SQL as string SQL is equal to select students dot start, that is students dot everything from students, then where class is equal to main.cbo class, main.cbo class, and is active is equal to true. Is equal to true. Order by gender, descend, first name, ascend, last name, ascend. So here the ordering or the sorting, it depends. This one, I want the gender should be descending. It means because the gender is male and female. When it is sorted in descending order, it means males will be first before females. If you want your own, the females to be first before males, then instead of descending, you should make it ascend. Like this one, ASC. The same way, so that you see the way it is arranged. This one, it will sort by gender first before the first names. You sort them ascending order, and the last name it sort them ascending order. So the sorting, it depends on how you want to arrange your own. The one that comes first will be sorted first, then followed by the next and followed by the last one. That's how it is. Let's continue. Main.record source is equal to SQL main.requery. So now remember we added a count text box. That one it has to be updated to show the number of students in that selected class. And that's what we say if main.record set clone dot record count greater than 0, then main dot txt count is equal to 1 of and me dot record set clone dot record count, else me dot txt count is equal to 0 students, and if then exit sub error handler, error message, error refreshing, student list, and error dot description VB exclamation, then the title should be error. And this one, when there's an error, we have to make sure we will not close the form, but rather we have to keep disable the controls or the functionalities. And this one is good. Me dot record source is equal to empty string. All right, so this is our first code. This is our first code. Now we are going to add another one too. The second one we are going to add is private sub save attendance then status as string, so the status being absent, present, and the rest. On error, go to error handler. If is null, made of student ID. The student ID we didn't add. We have to then let me go to the form. Student ID, we didn't add student ID, so we come to add existing form. Then I have to bring that one up here. I'll select it, come to the property, the visibility, turn it to no, and bring it somewhere up here. All right, and let's go back to our code. Then message box, no student selected, VB exclamation, then student, the title should be student required. Exit sub, and if is null, main or txt date, then message box, please select a date, VB exclamation, date required. Exit sub, and if. So the next one is if is null, main dot CBO term, then the message box, place, select term, VB exclamation, term required, exit sub, and if. Then if is null, main dot CBO class, then message box, place, select a class, VB exclamation, then the title should be class required, exit sub, and if. You have to add a code to check for duplicates, and that's what we are going to do. Let me pull this one up a bit. Yes, because we want more species. Come here. So we have to add a code. Then record exists. The record exists as Boolean. Then record exists is equal to NZ the count star from, so that's you count everything from attendance. That's from the attendance table where student ID equal to main dot student ID, and attendance date is equal to format main.txt date 1 2 3 4, that's the year, then the month and the day, and term ID equal to main dot CBO term so greater than what? 0. You have to declare a couple of variables again. So them they be as DAO dot database, then set DB is equal to current DB, then KDF as DAO dot query definition. So if record exists, then response as integer, response is equal to message box this will the student already has attendance marked for format main.txt date, then that's month. The M should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right. The M should be 4. D. Then the Y2 should be 1, 2, 3, 4. And VBCRLF. I hope you remember this line break. Do you want to update? You want to update it? VB question plus VB yes, no. Then the title duplicate found. All right. Let's move to the next line. If response is equal to VBS, then so when it asks you that the student already has an attendance and attendance marked, and you just say it asks you, do you want to update it? If you click on yes, it has to update the existing record. If you click on no, then that one you have to move on. So if the response is equal to VBES, then set KODF is equal to DB dot create query definition, then empty string update attendance set so set status equal to p status and note equal to p notes where student ID is equal to P student ID and attendance date equal to P attendance date and term ID equal to P term ID. All right. The equal to, let me give a space here. Now KODF dot parameters P status is equal to, let me bring the double quote here. So P status is equal to status Q df dot parameters P notes equal to nz main dot txt notes. It's not the time that you should add note. It is optional. That's why we are adding the nz. So in case the user does not enter anything in the note, it doesn't return error. That is it. The next one, kodf dot parameters p student id p student id equal to main dot student id kodf dot parameters p attendance date equal to main dot attendance main dot attendance. No, that one we use the txt date, so let's use that one. So main dot txt date kodf dot parameters. This one it should be p term id. This one should be equal to main dot cbo term kodf dot execute db fail on error. So now on error resume next, do cmd dot go to record ac new on error go to 0 main dot txt note is equal to empty string and if good. The next one, you have to set kodf equal to db dot create query definition empty string insert attendance student id attendance date status notes term id then the values. So what values are we inserting? That one we have p student id, p attendance date, p status, p notes, p 10. KDF dot parameters. So this one is just like the same. So let me go and copy what we entered here. Control C to copy. Then I'll come and paste it here. Okay. Shift plus tab to bring it back. Then again, because I want the alignment to be, so P student ID. This one, the status should make it student ID. Student ID equal to me the student ID. Then the next one, P attendance date. And that one is here. Let me clean this one. Okay, student ID, me the student attendance date, me the attendance date. Then it's the same thing, but just that I just want to, let me undo it. So now the next one is going to be KDF dot execute db fail on error. Fail on should be one word. Fail on error. On error, resume next. Do cmd dot go to record ac next. This one not next. Yes, the previous one it should be next, not new. AC next. Okay. Then on error, go to 0. main.txt notes is equal to empty string exit sub error handler message box error saving attendance and error dot description and VBCRLF this one you have to give another message say ensure term ID is valid and all required fields are filled. VB exclamation error. All right, so there is it. Okay, so before I proceed, this one is when we are inserting like this line, The student ID is first, the attendance, the status, and the rest. So I want us to arrange the parameters here exactly as the way we are inserting. So this one, the first one was what? Student ID. So the student ID should be first, then come to attendance date, then the status. So I'll just copy these two. The student ID, attendance date, Control X to cut it. Then I'll come up here, Control V to paste. Yes. So we have student ID, attendance, they come to status, notes, and term. All right. That is it. This one will be saved. Now that we are done, we are going to add another code. That one is going to be private function validate form as Boolean. If it's null, main.cbo class, then message box, please select a class VB exclamation class required main.cbo class dot set focus validate form equal to false, exit function and if. So if is null, main.cbo term, then message box please select a term VB exclamation term required main.cbo term dot set focus validate form equal to false, exit function and if is null, main.txt date, then message box please select a date VB exclamation date required main.txt date set focus validate form false, exit function and if, then validate form equal to true. So these are the major omega code that we have to add. Then the rest is on the controls. Before we go to the controls, there's a helper function I want to add. And that one is private function is form loaded, then str form name as string as boolean. On error, resume. Next is form loaded is equal to current project dot all forms str form name dot is loaded. Let me compare it to see as an error. Option X, the option who didn't come. Okay, let me compile it again. Main dot record, there shouldn't be any S here. Compile main dot record, there should be the record set clone. Compile variable not defined. The response, okay, the variable we define it should be response. The n should come before the s, so response. All right, then let me compile it again. Okay, this one to main.txt notes. txt notes. Let's check and see. Yes, txt notes. There's no s to it. Let's go back. Instead of s, let's remove the s. Then the same thing, I think here too, let's remove the s because we just copied. Let me compile it and see. Yes, the same, that one too. Let me remove the s. Then I'll compile it again. No s. I'll compile it again. CBO, not CBC. It's CBO. Then compile it again. CBO. Okay, the C didn't come. Compile it again. CBO class. There's no L. Compile it again. All right, so now there's no more error again. All right, I'll save it. I'll close this one. Then I come to event. Then on current, I'll double click first. Then I click on the three dots. I'll cut it and bring it up here. Yes. This on current event, we are going to use it on the test count so that anything we do with the form, it updates it automatically. And that's what we are going to do. On error, go to error handler. If main.record set. If main.record set dot record, the record set if main.record set dot record count is greater than 0, then main.txt count is equal to main.record set dot absolute position plus 1 and of main dot record set dot record count, else main dot txt count is equal to 0 students, 0 students, and if exit sub error handler main.txt count is equal to error loading position. All right, so there is error. There should be a quote here. All right, so there is that error quoting position. Now let me do away with all this spacing. So I will compile and see, check for errors. No error, you save it and I will close it. So now for TST date, the term and the class, once we update it automatically, it has to refresh the form to load the existing or like the records based on our selection. I'll come to class, then come to event. This time we go to after update. I'll double click it. Then I click on the 3 dots here. We've already created the code for it, so we just call it. So it will be call the reference code we created. Refresh student list. All right. We are going to use the same thing for the term and the date. So I'll just copy it. Control C to copy. I'll close this one. Then the term, after update, I'll double click here. I'll click on it. Then Control V. I'll close it. Then the date to after update, Control V. I'll compile it to see. No error. I'll save it. Then, now that we are done with the controls, as for the count, that one will not do anything to it. Yes, but that one, you have to lock it. Come to the data tab, enable no log yes. You have to lock it so that nobody, and the alignment, let's make it center. Now that we are done with the control, we come to the status, the present, absent, excuse, and late. Click on the absent, right click, come to build event, code builder, click on OK. So this one too is just similar to the class, term, and the date controls. This one is going to be, you see, we created a save attendance code for it, and that's what we are going to use. So to be save attendance, then this one is the present button. Yes, so I'm just going to copy this one. Control C to copy. I'll close it. Come to the absent. I'll right click come to build event, code builder. Okay. And this one, I'll just control V. Since this one is absent, you change the present to absent. Absent. Then we go close this one. Come to excused. That one, come to event. I'll right click, come to build event. Then code builder. Okay. Alright, so there is it. And control V to paste. So instead of present, I'll make it excused. I'll close it, come to the last one, delete. I'll right click, build event, code builder. Okay. This one too should be what? Late. Control S to save. Now I'll compile it to see if there's any error. There's no error here. I'll click on save, and this is all the code that we will need for the attendance form. I'll close the form. Let me open it. Good. So now, so we have error loading position. Let's see. There's no term. Yes, but there's no term. I have to class. Select the class. Let's go to the terms. I'll click on the term. The control is on the start date. You don't want that way. I'll come to tab order auto. Then click on OK. Save it. Let's open it. This one, it should be term 1. Then the start date. Let's say today, end date. Let's say any date. Then the academic year 2025 2026. Save it. Okay. Now let's go and open our attendance to see. There's error loading. This one we have to check it well, because it shouldn't appear this way. Go to the design view. Since the counter is showing error loading, let's go to the concurrent. If main.recordset.record count is greater than 0, then main.txt count is equal to main.recordset.absolute. All right. Yeah, there shouldn't be any error here. Yes, absolute position. Good. So now let's go back and check. I'll save it. Then I'll open it. Good. Let me close this one. I'll open it again. Very good. So now I'm going to select a term. Then I'll select a class. There's an error saying error refreshing student list, syntax error in from clause. All right, let's go back and see. Let me close this one. Then we go to the VBA. This one will be on the refresh code. Yeah, there's a refresh code. Says the SQL statement we created here. Select students from students. All right, there should be a space here before the quote. Now let me save it. I'll open it. Let me close this one and open it again. Okay, so now I'll select the term and I'll select the class. Good, no error. Now this time let me select this class 2. There's no students in this class. I'm going to add 2 more students to the class, and we see. I'll open the students. Then this one is going to be Adwa Sika, gender female, date of birth. Today the class 1. Then active. For the active, you can make it set the default value to be true so that it wouldn't be always checking and unchecking. Let's add a photo. A photo is not necessary. Let me save it. Then I'll add another one. Then the gender male, date of birth. Today the class, let me give him class. Save it, class 2. So now I'll close this one. Then I come to the attendance, I open it. This one, so far I have 1 on 1. Then I'll select the term. But before then, let me try to mark a register. Says please select a term. Yes, if you've not selected a term, let me select term 1. Try to mark a register. It says please select a class. Yes, so this one will help you to prevent marking attendance for those, like for a wrong class and a wrong term. That's one security aspect of this attendance register. So I'm now going to select class 1. See, now I have 2 students in class 1. When I select class 2, I have 1 of 1. That's 1 student in class 2. So I'll just select class 1. Then this one, do with me channel present is gone. Then the next student present. Okay, when I try to mark present, it says no student selected. Click on OK. I try to mark it absent, say no student selected. Now when I come to the class 2, yes, now the class 2 is what showing. Let me go to class 1 again and see. Do with me has been marked present. Let me try to, the first I marked do with me present. This time let me mark it excuse. It says this student already has attendance marked for December 28, 2025. Do you want to update it? If you click on yes, it will update it to excuse. If you click on no, it will move to the next student. This one too was present. Now let me click on absent. It will ask you to no, I don't want. So that is it. That is it for this attendance entry form or the attendance record form. Now I'll close this one. Then I'm going to open the query. This one is the attendance list. So when I open it, look at it. These are the attendance that we have. The attendance date, that's the date, full name. Let me expand this one. Then gender, class, student ID, class. Then we come to, so the status, absent, present, excuse, present. The note, we didn't add any note. In case if you want to add a note, you can add it. Then we come to the year only. That's this is the formatted date. 25th, the year comes first before the month, then the day. Then the year only, the month only, the day name. Yes. So the year only, the month name, and the day name. There is it. Let's go to, I'll save it. We come to student term this. This one, do with me, is has attended school, has been marked once, and address equal to once. Then we come to term summary. This one is 111. Excuse 1. Then do with me. So this one, excuse 1, present 1. It means there's an error here because the excuse, do with me excuse, we didn't approve it. And the second to address case absent to, we didn't approve it. So we have to go and make some correction in the code. Let's close this one. Come to attendance. We will then move to our VBA. I'll click on this 3 dots and that code will be in the save code that we created. Yes, the save attendance code. And we'll move all the way to the conditions, because if the condition is met, it should do exactly what we are expecting. Now, for the response, if the response VBA yes, then it should do all these things. Yes, the problem here is that we didn't add the else part. You have to add the else part to it. Because we didn't add the else part, that's why even when I clicked on no, it still saved the record. And we have to handle that one. Alright, so here, this is what it will be. So main.txt.node equal to empty string, yes. Then exit sub. Then we have to add the else part. Else you have to empty the QDF, set QDF equal to nothing, then set DB equal to nothing. So on error resume next, do cmd dot go to record AC next record, should be next record here. Then on error go to 0. Okay, main.txt node is equal to empty string. Then we end the if. I'll do away with this exit sub and bring it up here. Exit sub. All right. I'll compile it to see no error. I'll save it. Now I'll close this one. Then let me close this one too. I'll open it, attendance. Then but before then, let's go to the attendance table. I want us to clear everything here. All right, I'll close this one. So when we come to the terminal summary, it's not showing anything. Now we'll go to the attendance. We'll open the attendance form. Then you select the term, the class. Now here, do with me present Adwoa Sika present. I'm going to select the term again. Okay, let me select class 2. Yes, the name is here. I'll select class 1 again. This time I'm going to select excuse. No. Then the next student Adwoa absent. No. All right. Let me close them. We'll go and check. When we come to the attendance summary, yes, you seen it didn't duplicate because we didn't allow it. We didn't give that permission. Now let's go back again. I'll open it. Then I'll select the term again. Then the class. This time, do with me absent. No. Then address excused. No. Let's try and see. So it didn't, just present. Good. Okay, now let's go and approve it and see whether that one will work. So here, select the term, then select the class. Do with me initially or right now he is present. So now I'll just mark it as excuse. Yes. Error saving attendance. The Microsoft Access database engine cannot find the input table or query. Attendance. I added D to the attendance in the query. Okay, let's go to the design view. Then come to the three dots here. Move all the way to the save attendance code. That one we have to move all the way to the response. Yes. So the response update. Yes, here is where the D was added. Let me do away with the D. Now I will save it. I'll close this one. I'll open it again. Now I'll select the term, the class. Do with me excused. Let's first select no. Then Adwoa. Currently Adwoa is present. Let's select absent. No. Now let's go. Maybe because of the error, that's why I didn't save. So now let's go and check. Still it didn't save. All right. So now we can grant the permission to see whether it will update or not. do with me the term 1, then the class 1. So do with me excused, yes, all right, no error. Then address late, yes, no error. Let's go back and see. When we open the terminal, good. It's saying the present, do it means present has changed to excused. Address present has changed to what? Absent. That is it. It means our code is now fully and working. Let's try another one again and see, because we want to confirm if everything is. Now do it means what? Excuse. Now let's select absent, yes. Address is now absent. Let's select late and see, yes. Now let's go and see. Good. Now absent and what? Late. All right. So it means now our code is what? Now working. Our code is now working. This brings us to the end of the attendance entry form. In the next video, you'll move on to the, I told you that we are going to create 3 forms for the attendance. Yes. So in our next video, we move on to the rest of the forms. So the next form we will create will be the attendance list. That will be for the attendance list here. We are going to use this query as the record source. Then the last form that we will create, and that will complete our attendance management system, will be the terminal summary. Yes, this one too is where it will summarize every attendance of each student for the term, for the year, for the entire school life. So this brings us to the end of today's video. If you find this tutorial helpful, support the channel by liking, sharing. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Click on the notification bell for future tutorials. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching till this time. We shall meet in the next video. Bye bye.